So Chuck Schumer called me. He wanted to know if I was still going on with my lawsuit against the U.S. government. I'm like, yes, I am. I want my trillion. And he's like, well, we need that money for the stimulus package. I'm like, yeah, you had $4 trillion. You could at least give me one, considering you sold my hair to get the money. He's like, well, you know, that's a very patriotic thing to do. You're really helping out my country and my citizens. And I'm like, your country, your citizens, isn't it our country? He's like, no, it's mine. I'm like, okay, well, go ahead. What else do you have to say? He's like, well, if you're going to go with the lawsuit, I think I have a solution. I'm like, okay. And I'm thinking he's going to try to threaten me or something like that. And he's like, well, considering that people are so obsessed with your hair and Donald Trump's hair to the point of fascination and worship, maybe you should sell a hair care product line. And I'm thinking, that's a pretty good idea. He goes, we have a couple of companies lined up. I'll forward you your contact information. So me and Trump sat down and we listened to a few pitches, more than a couple. And we picked one, and then they did a proprietary formula. It was all organic, no GMO, no HMO, no HBO. And then we put it on Amazon. And of course, it sold out in a couple hours. And every time we put product on, it sell out in a couple hours. We just couldn't make it fast enough. So the next thing you know, Amazon is putting their version of our hair care product line on and not giving us a cut. So I called Chuck back and I was like, did you know that Amazon is selling our hair care product line that you told me about? He's like, no. I'm like, well, you need to do something about this because I haven't dropped my lawsuit yet. So he subpoenaed Bezos, and you've probably seen on the internet now that Bezos has to testify in front of Congress because although Amazon can put their own version of products on the site, they can't do it based on sales. And they obviously did that based on sales because shortly after they put the product up, there was articles about Bezos being the first trillionaire. So I wasn't having it. So he got the subpoena, and then his lawyer called me from Prior Cashman, and she's like, can you get Donald Trump to squash the subpoena? I'm like, well, why would I do that? She's like, well, Jeff Bezos really needs that hair care product line. I'm like, well, why doesn't he just buy ours and resell it? Be a retailer. She's like, no, he needs it for his own hair. He needs a lot of it. I'm like, your client's bald. Why would he need a hair care product line? She's like, well, he's going to grow his hair out. Well, how much is he going to grow his hair out? She's like, well, he's going to grow his hair out like Fletch and then do a movie Fletch 4 as an Amazon original. I'm like, are you really saying fucking Fletch 4 to me? Are you really saying that I should have Donald Trump now forego millions, if not trillions of dollars so your client can do fucking Fletch 4? She said, yeah, that would help. I'm like, I'm hanging up now. And so I hung up on her. And then 10 minutes later, I get a call from Trump. And he's like, do you have something to say to me? I'm like, no, I'm good. He's like, well, I got a call from Brian Cashman. They said they wanted you, or not you wanted them, excuse me, to quash the subpoena for Bezos. Like, I never said that. I hung up on that heifer. He's like, is it true that he's really going to do Fletch 4? I was like, according to his lawyers, it is. And he's going to grow his hair out just like Chevy Chase did in the first Fletch when he was walking down the hall with the big afro. I'm like, well, he's like, that's crazy. And I'm like, well, you know, I'm thinking you should buy the rights to that movie. He's like, you think so? I'm like, yeah, because just seeing Jeff Bezos with the big afro is going to be hilarious. And I think every press conference, you can put the movie poster behind you, and I think the reporters will just die laughing. You won't even have to speak. And then you can put the movie poster behind you when you negotiate with China. They'll be laughing so hard that y'all just sign any type of trade treaty. I think, Yeah, you're right. That probably will work. So he's like, well, I'm not quashing the subpoena. I'm like, good, don't. I don't know where she got that from because I did hang up on her. And she probably recorded the phone call, so you can subpoena the phone call and hear that I hung up on her. And then you should buy the rights to Fledge 4. He was like, yeah, I think I'm going to do that. All right, bye. Sorry to bother you. So I can't believe this Bezos. He's going to do anything, just Bezos, to do anything to get his trillion. Well, he's not taking my money. He needs to earn his trillion on his own.